Alright, another trade recap on the paper trade account because my salary is going to come tomorrow because I quit but I haven't received my last salary yet. And yeah, so I can buy a new one now anyways. Today was overall, like I would say, really calm regarding the price action. Not too wild, not too complicated or something like that. Just pretty simple. Like either there is one or not. Like the first trade I took was on crude oil. I have to be honest, I got stopped out twice on the paper trade account because I was, entering below here because again I kind of missed it and I wasn't really planning to trade today. Because I wanted to sleep without any alert. Now, anyways, I took it with a different account on my MT5 demo account. Let me check. Yeah, the entry is pretty much the same as the ones we see right here on this drawing, on this objection. Yeah, also on the levels, like, yeah, pretty much the same. So what did I see right there? Now overall, at the high, we had a sweep of this high, so I expected at least some sort of retracement to the downside, and we had that in order to get into this 1 hour fair value gap, or at least to get into this breaker block. Now, when we scale down to the 5 minutes regarding the point of interests, before on session open, there isn't really one. We have here a huge well, not a huge, but we have here a 500 fair value gap, but as we can see, it got disrespected. Um, oh, my bad. Wrong place. This one, yeah. I was looking at this one. We have right there a 5 minute fair value gap. I was getting in there. I kinda got disrespected, and was more getting into this order block right there. But still, because I typically put my stop loss above the end of order block, I wouldn't have get stopped out. Now in this scenario, would be a bit more above than the end of that, because you never know. But yeah, it was a very close one to be honest, and I kind of have to admit it, I was more lucky in that. Now my bias, of course, was correct on the high time frame, but regarding the entry model and the confluence on the low time frame, wasn't really there. Well, oh, okay, I wasn't really sure if this was one. We have here also a rejection block. Okay, I didn't really see that because I wasn't paying that much of attention, that closely. But anyways, so we had this short. I took it to my other demo account on MT5, and then later on gold. Okay, I didn't take any trades on gold. The NASDAQ. Now on the NASDAQ, I saw actually this potential setup afterwards, like the sweep of this 5 minute swing low, um, because this genuinely was like a very easy one. Like into this 1 hour for value gap, we have this retracement from this uptrend, while knowing we are like pretty much going up because we had here we had just hit recently a huge level of support, which was being held, pretty strong so far. Like this is like a very strong level of support, and we can expect an uptrend, a reversal as soon as it gets here. And yeah, so we got here a retracement into this 1 hour fair value gap. Scaling up to the 5 minutes, very easy, but I wasn't taking this one because today I was like only partly paying attention to the charts. But afterwards, I was actually going outside and getting back at home before like a few minutes after London session open, and I was looking for setups because between, I would say, London session open and 10 a.m. This is like the time frame where you kind of get the window for high probability setups, and I was putting actually here a limit order, a buy limit, um, on this one, on the paper trade account, and on the MT5 demo account as well. And to be honest, now this was a bit, double sorted because yeah, we have here this Farrell gap, but it got played out already, and we had here a move to the upside, etc., etc., and probably got rejected because of this 1 hour order block right there. But still, it still wants to be bullish because again we hit like a very strong level and it still looks like it's not done yet. So either we would get here a downtrend and a candle closure below the swing low, or a sweep and a reversal, because this is actually today's London lows, and this would be actually be a very strong um, consolidation, like for the confluence, if we would get a manipulation to the London lows in order to go and take out this high, the Asia highs or London highs. So I was putting my limit order right there on the London lows and the Asia lows to London lows. My limit order, it got triggered, and then as you can see, it took out the London lows. My take profit was this swing point, and it kind of took out relatively fast. I mean, we kind of see this aggressive push from this reversal, from this manipulation. Kind of helps to be aware that there's like some kind of volatility in this time zone, in this time window, you know. But anyways, it was still more based on price and market conditions, because trading solely on time alone would be kind of be odd. But yeah, anyways. Now this was a trade. I think, yeah, this was like approximately like over $700, but as I mentioned, I took a loss by getting stopped out on the oil trade because I entered too low, and I wasn't putting my stop loss where I planned to put it at the beginning. And actually, this would have been a bit better with the stop loss. But yeah, it's only a few pips overall. Still 4.5 RR, so very solid. And yeah, so regarding that, technically we are still in the green today on both accounts. Actually, I wasn't really planning to take a trade on the MT5 account, but the thing is, this is a demo account on the broker I use. In other words, my main broker, where I used to trade with the live account, and I kind of got some experience. I would say at least some expertise, because I was trying out many other brokers, live brokers. And for me, I just found out this is like literally for myself the best one. Like it feels like tailor made to me, and it's generally very easy and comfortable to trade like that as soon as I have some funds. Nothing too crazy. Talking about like let's say 10,000. That's still a decent amount, but I mean compared to all the to the fund, to the challenges, to the evals, 50K or whatsoever, and also in general. But anyways, so I'm actually growing it in the recently pretty fast because it's just getting so much more easier. So yeah, it actually the main goal is only to get to a certain amount, let's say 15,000 to be like a bit ambitious, like 5K for the fixed cost and anything else, and 10K for the life account, or 11K for the life account, and then we are pretty much good to go. And it's way more easier for me, to get things done and stuff like that. And yeah, now my account is in the negatives. The money is frozen, so I don't really know 100% if I can actually buy a new evil account by tomorrow, because tomorrow's the day when my salary comes, at Friday. So yeah, that's the reason why I put an order to sell my MacBook. And to be honest, this kind of hurts a lot because I generally like the MacBook, and when I have some money to go outside, in a cafe with the MacBook, it's just it's super comfortable. I never had a genuine laptop, and this really hurt, to be honest. But yeah, at this point, in this situation where you're kind of facing with the wall, or being with the back at the wall, you have to do certain things you're uncomfortable with. Fortunately, I have the MacBook, which I can turn to liquidity and into money. But still, this genuinely hurts. I can lie. This genuinely hurts because I really like this MacBook. But yeah, it's enough of bitching around, crying around, blah 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 blah. Now we have to kind of focus and stand our ground. And yeah, this was a lot of talk at the end, but in these times when I'm still on the grind, it's kind of important, at least for myself, to kind of remind me, what matters, what you have to do, things you're uncomfortable with, etc., etc. But yeah, with that being said, cheers.